It's gonna be ugly. It's such a dangerous a mismatch. No way they're gonna put somebody that green over Bobby Lashley.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen, hey, it is another episode of Writing with Russo. I am Dr. Chris. This is Writing with Russo's own Russo himself. How are you, my man?
I am doing all right, Doctor. How are you, man?
I'm doing well, man. Today is a good day. Feeling good. Things are good. Life is good. And you know what else is good, Vince?
What is good? What is good?
The fact that we might have Omos competing at WrestleMania, man. Isn't that good?
Well, I mean, bro, the rumor is Omos and Lashley.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
I
indeed.
can't, bro. I can't imagine what that's going to look like.
So, of course, he was supposed to be out with a shoulder injury. He worked really light against Brock Lesnar in January during the Royal Rumble time. And no one really knows when it was. It might have been a suplex because he started doing started working really off. Like when he was doing the suplexes, he would tilt on the other side. So he's been gone for about 2 months, and he was supposed to, be gone, much longer than this. So of course, he's been training his butt off, and it looks like he wants that WrestleMania payday, Vince. So, working the WWE, knowing that WrestleMania was that big thing, right? How many wrestlers in your day, from your experience working in WWE, how many wrestlers got really excited and really anticipating that WrestleMania payday?
Well, payday, a lot. Everybody. Payday, everybody. If they were looking at it in terms of financial, everybody, yes.
So do you think Lashley would get paid? I know the pay structures are different now, but I know there used to be bonuses and, you get stuff from the gate and stuff like that, but it's more downside guarantees nowadays. Now, from what you know from your time to now, how has the pay changed from a WrestleMania standpoint? Is there a payout? Is there a WrestleMania bonus still from what you know and people in the industry?
Well, bro, I mean, I haven't been there in quite a while, but obviously, bro, the WrestleMania payday was a huge payday, the biggest payday you were going to get of the year. I can't imagine that is changed unless they've cut that back, using COVID and, not being able to perform in front of people. We got to cut back, yada, yada, yada. Maybe that gave them a reason to change that. But, bro, traditionally, it's the biggest payday of the
year. Yeah. So if that structure is still there, it appears as if Lashley is really getting excited and kind of doing the training that he needs to do to get that payday. Now, when it comes to Omos, though, Vince, they're building him up as a heel, having him beat up Aziz and Cruz and everybody else just to feed him to Lashley. Now, I'm not opposed to building Omos up to feeding him to, whatever babyface comes in at WrestleMania, if he does an open challenge. I can see him doing that. But at the same time, with Omos being so green and immature in the ring, even in his promos, it's like they're kind of hot-shotting Omos's heel type of heat, which makes it feel contrived. First of all, he's getting heat against people no one really care about because they're not building them very well. So what type of heat is he really getting to feed to Lashley, and why is Lashley coming back as a babyface?
Bro, can I tell you what I think? And I really hate to say, but again, I know the WWE way. I hate to say this, bro. If they bring Lashley back and he faces Lashley at WrestleMania, Lashley's the bullet in the gun. Lashley's going over, bro, and they've seen Almos, or Vince has seen him enough to know the experiment did not work. I'm telling you, bro, if they're bringing Lashley in, Lashley has to go over strong. There's no two ways about it. And if he does go over strong, I'm afraid you've seen the last of Omos, bro. I'm telling you, that's how they do business, bro. That's the way they do business. Otherwise, the match would make no sense. It's gonna be ugly. It's such a dangerous mismatch. No way they're gonna put somebody that green over Bobby Lashley. I would think after that you would not see Omos again. That's what I would believe.
I definitely don't see Omos going over. Not one bit. Nah, yeah. That's not going to happen.
I don't either, bro.
So they're going to, Lashley's going to come in and he's going to go over Omos. No question. Now, here's my theory of who should go against Omos. It's going to be Lashley regardless. But for some reason, I think that The Undertaker should be the one that does that spot instead of Lashley. Because if they're really trying to save Omos for anything past WrestleMania, it's easy to get that type of heat and not completely lose it if The Undertaker comes out, does his deal, does the choke slam and so forth. You know, he rides off in the sunset. He just got inducted in the Hall of Fame the same weekend. Now, there's other theories of who Undertaker should face, and we'll talk about that later. But I think Undertaker should be the one who does that to Omos because it's really easy for Omos to come out and then on the Raw after WrestleMania cut a promo of I wasn't ready. The Undertaker, he caught me off guard, and so on and so forth. And then he said, the Undertaker, even with the Undertaker beating me, he's gone. He's not coming today, right? So that's still getting Omos over in a sense. And then that's that heat that's from there. Bobby Lashley is coming at WrestleMania as opposed to the Raw after WrestleMania. Vince, in your opinion, why in the world would you bring, or should you bring, why in the world should you bring back Bobby Lashley as a babyface at WrestleMania as a surprise pop, especially if you're already getting the Cody surprise pop at WrestleMania?
I don't think they're going to do both, bro. I don't think there's any way they're going to do both. I think if they're holding, bro, I've said this all along. It's all going to come down to ticket sales. That is going to dictate who you see before Mania and who you see at Mania. Ticket sales, bro. If ticket sales are not going well, they're going to have to pull everything out the week before. There's no way, bro, they are holding off both of those guys. I would think if Lashley's going to return, you would see him Monday night on Raw.
Man, it just seems like such a quick build, though, Vince.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's a quick build because Omos is going to be done. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
You really think so?
I definitely think so. Bro, it is so hard to get big men like that over because, bro, when you're that big, there's just going to be a level of uncoordination. I mean, that's what comes with a big size. And when you go back in history, bro, very, very, very few men that size have really gotten over. You could, of course, Andre, who was a freak, but then you talk about Big Show, who was in that size category. But, bro, after that, who are we talking about that ever got over at that size? I don't even believe like a Big John Studd was as big as Omos. There's a just a coordination issue that he's never going to be able to work around because he's just so tall. That's the issue with Kurgan. I can go through a million guys. That Ron Reese, I can go through a million guys. That's what happened,
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, Ron Reese that's a really, really good example, unfortunately. What about the Yeti? The Yeti he was over, right? Shouldn't he have won a few titles during his time in the WWE?
Oh, I'm telling you, it's so hard to get big guys like that. It's so hard. And bro, the guy's trying so hard. I mean, nothing against him. That is a lot of body to coordinate, bro. A lot of body. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, well, I mean, as of right now, looks like Omos versus Lashley. Lashley becomes a babyface starting at WrestleMania or beforehand. You say Lashley gets the Raw before Mania, which is there's only one. I mean, this is the go home show to WrestleMania.
This is it, bro. This show's gonna tell us a lot this week.
It will, and so to your point, we may only get one. We may only get one because maybe Lashley gets the surprise Mania spot. I think it might be the other way around. You say Lashley at Raw, I think it might be Cody at Raw.
It could be.
Because Seth is going on with saying the whole we're not going to continue Raw until I get what I want and things like that. So I think
the only reason, bro, why I would say Bobby and not Cody is because everybody is already expecting it's going to be Cody. So yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. So they'll sell tickets with people expecting it's going to be Cody. So that's why I think they could still hold off on that because that's who they expect it to be. And, that's what the WWE is going to pay off. So, I mean, that's why I think it would work in that order. But, bro, who knows? Like I said, depending on ticket sales, you could see them both on Monday.
That's true. But wonder if they're selling tickets. Okay, so let's throw it this way. Wonder if they're not selling enough tickets, and so they're hot shouting Cody to come at the Raw before Mania in order to try to sell more tickets for Mania instead of the anticipation of him being at Mania. I think it's premature. I think at this point you shouldn't do it. I think he should come at Mania. Why do a whole return after 6-7 years he's been gone? 6 years I think it's been. Why return on the Raw before Mania? Like that just kind of deflates the whole anticipation.
Bro, the funny thing to me is wrestling, bro, is in such a bubble. Bro, Cody Rhodes ain't gonna sell one ticket. He's not. I'm not in the bubble, so I can tell you, bro, I'm not in the bubble. He's not going to sell one ticket. AEW fans are already watching the WWE, and casual fans could care less about Cody Rhodes. It's either way, bro. It's not going to make a difference either way.